Excelerate Technologies present a framework for selecting AI vendors for small and medium businesses. AI has become essential to conducting business. For many small and medium businesses, the issue is not whether to use AI, but it is, which partners should I choose to help me strategize and implement AI? This podcast addresses the above issue. For today's podcast, our host is Mr. Henry Gooding. And today, our guest is Mr. Samir Wadhwa, CEO of Excelerate Technologies, IIM Ahmedabad alumnus, and a leading AI strategist reshaping industries with innovative AI solutions. So what are we waiting for? Let's begin.
A lot of leaders are overwhelmed and by the flood of AI tools, chatbot agents, AI co-pilots, and it's hard to know where to start. How do you help them cut through the noise?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, what you're saying is correct. The last 2 to 3 years, since 2022, when ChatGPT first came into the being, there has been a flood. And there's a new jargon coming out every day. Yes, right? And as a business owner, you're always interested in understanding what does this jargon actually means to me in my business? And is it real or is it just another fad? Correct. And in this line of work, yes, in over last 2 to 3 years, there has been almost 14 to 15,000 companies. The reality is, on one end of the spectrum, you have big names such as AWS, Google, that have been around for many years that you can trust. On other side, it's the small firms that you've never heard of, and also you and your neighbor and neighbor's son. Everybody's coming and saying that I can do voice bots, chat bots, this and that, and you as a business owner are struggling to understand which end of the spectrum should you look at, correct? And yes, it's a real challenge.
Okay, so there's a problem of plenty. How should you choose which AI tool works for you?
Like, which business problem should you solve first, correct? Which tool should you choose? What is the long-lasting impact of the tool? What is the total cost of ownership? How does the tool fit in your current scenario? So there are multiple variables that you need to look at before you can say anything on how to move forward.
That's a very smart approach to choosing your AI tools. But how is the conversational AI industry similar to the aviation industry?
Can you give me another analogy of this?
For AI?
For AI, yes.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the best way to understand the way I normally tell all my friends and colleagues is to look at it like an airline industry, right? If you go to an airline industry, how many people are making aeroplanes? Only two. It's either Airbus or Boeing. Correct? How many people are actually fundamentally creating AI? There are only three. Right? There's Google, there's Azure, and there's AWS. They're fundamentally doing it, correct? Then the next step comes is, okay, those people create the airplane, but do they run it? Answer is no. They're airlines, right? So they're airlines such as Lufthansa, United, Air India, correct? Now, what are these airlines? They'll pick up these fundamental airplanes and run it around a specific geo. United will run in US, Lufthansa will run around Germany, Air India will run around India, correct? Similarly, there are people who will go ahead and pick up these basic hyperscalers, right, and create specific solutions around specific industries, right? There's Yellow.ai, there's Studio, there's Veritas, right? They operate in and around specific segment.
So it's basically your specific industry.
Correct.
You look at that.
And you have to train like that,
Right.
and create a knowledge base.
Right.
So that's what you are into, correct? Then within the airlines, there are big airlines and there are small airlines. You got Frontier, which operates, I don't know, in Alaska, United, Delta, right? And there are smaller airlines, correct? Similarly, you have big AI players who have been around for a while and who have done pretty well for themselves, correct? And there are smallers, which are very high in number, and that's your neighbor and neighbor's son coming and telling you, I got a chatbot and voice bot, correct? And they coming and telling you, okay, I can also do it, right? But just the way you will decide whether to go for a Singapore Airlines or Emirates Airline or Delta or a United, correct? You may or may not go for a smaller airline, especially if you want to go long distance, correct? So that's where this comes in.
That's an excellent analogy between aviation and AI. But from where do we start our journey?
How this works inside an organization, let's say within a team environment.
So absolutely a valid question. Okay, yeah, these are the vendors and suppliers. What do I do with my business? Now again, the same analogy applies. Suppose what's your objective? Your objective is that you want to go from a city A to city B. That's what you're into, correct? So you don't want anything more than that, correct? So what would you do? You will not go to United or you will not go to Lufthansa. You will go to Google Flights or you'll go to Expedia, correct? So that's exactly what you will do when you are looking at AI, correct? You will not go to individual suppliers. You will come to a system integrators like us, right? So we are an equivalent of Expedia.
That's great. But how will conversational AI impact small and medium-sized businesses?
Well, let's have a look at this. For small, mid-sized businesses who are listening in, uh, where can conversational AI deliver a quick impact?
So what I normally suggest is one of the most important use cases for a small and medium business is access of your subject matter expert or a knowledge asset or any other asset to your end customer. For example, if you are a chartered accountant, or if you're a lawyer, or if you're a doctor, right? You're running a small business, right? Or you're running a grocery shop, correct? What will happen is on Sunday and Saturday, your receptionist will be off. They will not be working, right? But your customer wants to know about, okay, do I have access to this particular legal expert next week? And this is Sunday, 7 p.m. Your receptionist is off. That's where AI comes in. AI can look at the calendar of your relevant expert, understand who the relevant expert is, first of all. Whether you're talking about a real estate expert, you're talking about a corporate law expert, you're talking about a criminal law expert, which expert are you talking about, correct? It will understand the problem, understand the availability of expert, and give a couple of slots. And not only give the slots, slot it.
I mean,
And
it's
this is
really
happening
important.
automatically at 7 p.m. on a weekend. And this is the business you're in as a business owner, correct? So you just want these things to happen automatically.
That sounds interesting. So what is your advice for small business owners?
So what my advice to any business owner is don't think about AI. Think about your business. You're not here to think about which airline will I board when I want to go from city A to city B. Correct? You don't want to know what is going to be the make of the aeroplane, whether it's Boeing or Airbus. Correct? You start that I want to go from city A to city B. That's all you care about. And similarly, in your business, that's all you care about. Okay, I want my customer to be able to schedule the relevant expert 24 by 7 by 365. That's all you care about, correct? And then you pick up your problem and go to Expedia or Google Flights or Make My Trip, correct? That's what you do, correct? Similarly, you pick up this problem and go to system integrator, correct? And you say, hey, system integrator, that's what I want to get done. Can you do it?
That's amazing. But for someone who's just starting out, how can they actually begin this journey and take the first few steps toward implementing AI?
I would say always a quick win is to get a scheduler done 24 by 7 by 365. Okay, always. I'm to say it's practically a no-brainer. Okay, if you are in service industry, correct, what are you into? You are into, booking a room or booking a travel, correct, or booking any such thing, right? So if you go in and you put in these kind of chatbot layers, which can go and jump across the system, give you the answers, correct? And more importantly, it gives you multiple paths to look into, correct? It can give you it can think and understand and give you cross-sell and upsell options, which you will not get otherwise, right? Because here is a smart tool that can understand what you're looking for.
Now I have a much clearer understanding of conversational AI. It's truly a game changer for small and medium-sized businesses. A big thank you to Mr. Samir Wadhwa for sharing such valuable insights in today's podcast. Don't forget to download the exclusive ebook on conversational AI from the link in the description.